Welcome back to Anime Peep Channel. Today we will recap anime with title Gunjou no Magmell. The anime genres, action, adventure, fantasy. Let's check out the video. The anime stories start with, long time ago, humans discovered a new continent called Magmell, which is home to numerous new plant and animal species unknown to humans. This discovery ignited a frenzy among people, with legions of explorers setting their sights on Magmell, hoping to strike gold. Among those specializing in search and rescue in Magmell is an organization called Anglers, led by our main character, Inyou. On an ordinary day, Inyou's assistant, Assistant Zero, approaches him with distressing news that the company is on the verge of bankruptcy and the power will be cut off by tomorrow. Just then, a young boy named Crix arrives at Inyou's company, seeking his assistance. Crix is suffering from an incurable disease and pleads with Inyou to find his missing brother, Kunoris. The members of the Cook family are renowned adventurers who traveled to Magmell in search of the Tear of Epona, an ancient artifact rumored to possess the power to cure any ailment. Unfortunately, only Kunoris returned, and his parents lost their lives during their expedition. Since then, Kunoris has dedicated himself to gaining knowledge and has returned to Magmell, continuing his relentless pursuit of Epona's tear. Although Crix doesn't have enough money to pay for this request, Inyou agrees to help him because Epona's tear is very valuable. Inyou and Crix go to Magmell, riding together on a strange-looking horse to a forest where it is rumored that Epona's tear is located. On the way, they meet a man who is being controlled by a monster. Crix wants to help the man, but Inyou says that it is a trap. He throws his stone at the man, and 3 giant centipedes emerge from the ground. These centipedes use their prey to lure other creatures. The two continue to go deeper into the forest. Inyou's radar discovers an adventurer alive nearby. Maybe it is Crix's brother. Zero informs Inyou that 20 scalehawks are heading to their location. Inyou tells Crix to stay here as he has some personal matters to deal with. For a while, he creates a black sword and destroys the birds in the blink of an eye. At this time, Crix is hiding in a bush and accidentally sees his brother Kunoris.
At this point, Crix follows Kunoris to a place that is said to have the Tear of Epona. However, Kunoris stabs Crix from behind because Epona's tear only appears when it has consumed enough blood. Inyou arrives and sees Crix dying. He tells Zero to give first aid to Crix, but it seems his injury is too serious. Despite this, Crix believes that Kunoris is being manipulated by some monster, so he still begs Inyou to save Kunoris. Inyou accepts Crix's final request. Right after that, Inyou rushes to punch Kunoris in the face. Inyou says that Kunoris has killed his parents, friends, and last of all, his brother. There is only one way to save Kunoris, and that is to kill him. Kunoris devours the Tear of Epona and grows larger but is still no match for Inyou. Inyou rushes to finish Kunoris and says, "I will save you." After that, Inyou builds a grave for the 2 brothers and returns to the company. At the Zone 7 research facility on Magmell Island, there is a doctor who is about to return home to meet his daughter. But their research facility is suddenly attacked by a horde of carabears. The doctor's daughter goes to Inyou's company to ask for help. After Inyou hears the girl tell everything, he refuses to help her, as this is seen as retribution for her father's experiments on innocent creatures, and she mistakes Inyou as Schwinn. However, Inyou changes his mind and agrees to help her. He says that whatever Schwinn can do, he can do too. The girl takes Inyou to her private helicopter. Her name is Amelia. Since no outsiders are allowed on this rescue trip, she lies that Inyou is her younger brother. Inyou then goes with Amelia's team to the research facility on the helicopter. They explain that there are 30 carabears surrounding the research facility. As the rescue team approaches the research facility, the rescuers jump below and begin shooting at the bears. They are doing their job very well until a large rock suddenly flies towards them. Zero discovers that there is a scale garden nearby. It's the ruler of Zone 7 and is attracted by the carabear's blood. It throws rocks at the helicopter, causing them to use all of their firepower to stop it. They plan to use a large missile to destroy it, but it's broken. Inyou grabs Amelia and jumps out of the helicopter and clings to Zero's robot. Inyou tells Amelia to repair the missile and create a missile launcher. He then asks the research facility to release the experimental subjects. The doctor sees Inyou's figure, so he agrees to release all the cubs. It turns out that they kidnapped the cubs, which is why the adults got provoked and attacked them. Then, Inyou lures the monster to Amelia's place. When he arrives, he orders Amelia to fire the missile to make sure it hits the target. Inyou pushes the monster to the correct position of the Mythos flight path. Later that day, he says goodbye to his customer and returns to the company. The next morning, Inyou and Zero go to buy some food at the market and see a lot of people cheering for someone. She is Verena, who has traveled alone to Magmell 8 times and miraculously returns safely each time. She is known as their miracle worker, a popular philanthropist. However, Inyou says that she is no miracle worker. After returning to the company, Zero researches information about Verena. She is the one who has faced the dangers of the new continent and brought back many valuable items for building an orphanage on the new continent in the past. They helped Verena when she was being attacked by monsters. That night, Inyou runs to Verena's place and accidentally discovers a terrible secret of hers. The next day, many people come to Inyou's office to ask him to rescue Verena because she is currently in danger in Magmell. But Inyou refuses because Verena once said she would act alone. Zero, trusting and convinced, persuades Inyou to help Verena because the children need her. Inyou has no intention of helping, so Zero says she will rescue Verena and asks everyone to leave for the day. In the evening, Inyou is forced to go to Magmell to rescue Verena. At this time, Verena's team is attacked by monsters, and Verena is the only one alive. Zero controls the robot and finds Verena's location. Inyou is fighting a herd of monsters alone when the leader of them appears. He fights, remembering something about Verena. He doesn't understand why Shuin saved a pervert like Verena.
He then meets Zero's controlled robot again, and Zero has seen Verena's true personality. Verena is a pervert with a hobby of taking monsters' organs and selling them at high prices. More monsters also come, so Verena runs away. Lucero and Inyou return to the company, and they don't care about Verena anymore. One day, Zero dreams that she herself is locked in a dark place and regularly tortured by someone. Early in the morning, she sees that Inyou is already at the office. Inyou says that he has his own business to handle, so he will go out for a few days, and he didn't even have breakfast before leaving. Zero feels that Inyou is acting abnormally, so she goes to meet some of her friends to discuss it. They want to know Inyou's daily routine. Zero's sister, Inyouit, often wrote Shuin's name on the calendar. They are curious about how Inyou and Zero met. Zero recalls that she was in prison in some research facility. Her master ordered her to kill Inyou, but Inyou rubbed her head and said he came here to take her away. However, Zero doesn't tell the truth to everyone. At this moment, the man in the black robe sitting at the next table is watching them. At this time, Inyou goes to an old wooden house that is filled with memories between him and Shuin. He plans to clean this house today. Inyou recalls that Shuin wouldn't ask them to find Zero and protect her at all costs. At this time, Zero returns to the office and sees a man sitting in a new seat. This man is Zero's former boss, who experimented on her body. He sent his subordinates to her friend's place to plant bombs. He detonates bombs that kill her friends right in front of her eyes. Inyou returns to the office and sees a video left by the man, saying that he is here to get revenge for Inyou destroying his laboratory. The man shows Inyou a video of how he killed Inyou's friends, and Zero is currently being held at his place. Behind Inyou is also someone holding a bomb, causing Inyou's office to explode. At the man's base, he recalls the moment Inyou destroyed his base and left a large scar on his face. He recalls dark memories of being tortured by the man's experiments. Zero accidentally meets her friends who want test subjects like her, but now they have lost their superpowers. 4 years ago, when Inyou destroyed the laboratory, they tried to escape but were captured again and deprived of their superpowers. The man knows that Inyou is still alive and is ready to welcome him.
They use test subjects and plant bombs on them. Inyou starts to go to the research facility, although the man knows that Inyou is alive. He tells Zero that Inyou is dead and sends her a video of Inyou's office blowing up. Zero bursts into tears and remembers the happy moments with Inyou. At this time, Inyou breaks into the base, but the man has prepared many test subjects who are holding bombs to attack Inyou. When Inyou is injured by successive explosions and exhausted, the man appears. Inyou rushes to attack the man, but from nowhere a sword pierces Inyou's leg. It turns out that the man also has the same superpower as Inyou, as he took superpowers from test subjects. The man doesn't immediately kill Inyou, but wants to torture him slowly. Inyou sees the door of a nearby room open. Inyou creates a bomb and throws it to the other side of the door. The bomb explodes, causing the soundproof glass to break. Inyou calls for Zero. Zero learns that Inyou is still alive, and she regains her composure. However, just as Zephyr is about to deliver the final blow to Inyou, Zero suddenly remembers how to unleash her dormant superpower and decisively breaks the detonator on her necklace. Seizing control of the robots at her command, Zero directs them to launch a fierce assault on Zephyr. Inyou, harnessing his own incredible abilities, creates a powerful hand that knocks Zephyr away. Consuming some strange fruits with the ability to increase his size and power, Zephyr undergoes a monstrous transformation and launches a brutal attack on Inyou and Zero. Inyou, using his resourcefulness, lures Zephyr into striking a wall, creating an opportunity for escape. Zephyr creates a colossal hammer, intending to deliver a devastating blow to Inyou. Believing Inyou to be defeated, Zephyr lets his guard down. Seizing this critical moment, Inyou summons two massive hands that crush Zephyr along with his research facility. Zero escapes on a small boat, and Inyou arrives shortly after. Although they emerge victorious, Zero is filled with sadness over the loss of her friends. Inyou, however, reminds her that he had already saved them before coming to her rescue.
That's a glimpse of the storyline of the anime, Gunjou no Magmell. For those of you who want to watch it, you can watch it on your favorite anime site. See you.